The 2022 Genesis EV. Hyundai's luxury brand Genesis has built up momentum. This coincides with the increasing demand for EVs, which is why the Korean luxury brand has recently announced the addition of a new EV crossover. The car wears the designation JW and has been spotted testing on the open roads. It is expected to hit the showrooms in the second half of 2021, following in the footsteps of Hyundai Ioniq and Kia CV. Here's what we can expect from the latest addition to the brand's EV lineup. Drivetrain and performance. There is much we don't know yet with regards to performance and drivetrain, but the JW will utilize Hyundai's eGMP platform, which will be shared with the upcoming Hyundai Ioniq 5 and Kia CV. We know that the platform is rear-wheel drive based and will be used even for the more high-performance Genesis models. What we do know is that the platform will allow for a range of 500 kilometers (311 miles) and will be able to recharge to 80% in just 18 minutes. It's also worth noting that with the new eGMP modular platform comes the first multi-charging, 400 volts, 888 volts, and bi-directional power conversion function. There is also another version in the making in conjunction with the battery supplier SK Innovation, which is said to be capable of 500 miles, 804 kilometers with 2 quick 10-minute charges. Moreover, the JW will be among the first EVs to feature wireless battery charging, practically rendering charging cables obsolete. The platform will be used in a high-performance version and will allow for a 3.5-second sprint to 60 miles per hour, 97 kilometers per hour, and a top speed of 260 kilometers per hour. Although it is unknown whether the JW will have such a version, we do expect two different drivetrain options. The first one will be a two-wheel drive, and the second one, all-wheel drive. The Genesis JW looks to be aimed at cars like the BMW X1 and Audi Q4 e-tron. If their performance figures are anything to go by, we can expect the base version of the JW to have around 180 horsepower, while the optional twin-engine EV would have around 250 horsepower. Of course, those numbers are an estimate, since at this point we don't have any details regarding the power output. Exterior. The upcoming JW is still heavily camouflaged, so we can only speculate about the overall design of the car. There are numerous renderings of it across the internet, giving a fairly good idea of what it might look like. From what we can see, the Korean EV features the signature Genesis headlights, with a split dual design. The same goes for the taillights, which continue with the same split design. On the images, we can see that the front hood of the car is a clamshell. This begs the question, will it have a usable frunk, in addition to the rear cargo area, or will it simply accommodate the charger, like in the Jaguar I-Pace for example? The images also show what appears to look like a ducktail on the rear deck of the JW. However, it's more likely that it is an integrated spoiler. It might also turn out to be a retractable rear spoiler, but that's not very likely. The JW also features cameras instead of side mirrors, a notable change from earlier prototypes. However, this will be an optional extra. Interior. Sadly, there aren't any images showing the interior, but we believe we'll see a layout familiar from cars like the GV70. The only thing we know about the interior is what we've been promised by the manufacturer. Genesis says the interior will be very driver-centric, but also very spacious. It is also said to be dominated by very high-quality materials and feature the latest tech, rivaling the best in the business. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto will also be available, as well as many other features, such as a digital car key, cloud-based voice recognition, and touch controller with handwriting function. Price. We are yet to learn the exact retail price for the Genesis JW. This will most probably happen around summer, right before the car hits the showrooms. Judging by its main competitors, we expect the JW will start at around $45,000. Competition. BMW X1. One of BMW's first all-electric crossover vehicles is said to hit the market around the same time as the JW. It has a more traditional design, rather than the coupe-inspired Genesis, which in theory should mean a bit more cargo space. In any case, the X1 will come in two versions, a single-motor 180 horsepower base version and a dual-motor variant with 250 horsepower 186 kilowatts. In the latter, the sprint to 60 miles per hour 97 kilometers per hour will be dealt with in around 6.5 seconds. The estimated range is around 286 miles 460 kilometers. The batteries can recharge up to 80% in around 35 minutes. US prices are expected to start at around $49,000. Read our full review on the BMW X1 Audi Q4 e-tron. Another greatly anticipated EV crossover comes from Ingolstadt. The Q4 e-tron is said to be compact on the outside, 4.59 meters, 180.7 in, and spacious on the inside. The dual-motor electric drivetrain provides 302 horsepower, 225 kilowatts, which is good for a 6.3-second sprint to 60 miles per hour. Thanks to a large 82 kW battery, the range is over 280 miles, 450 kilometers. Like its Bavarian competitor, it features a more traditional two-box design, typical for most SUVs. However, the styling is a lot more aggressive, in comparison. Prices for the Q4 e-tron start at around $45,000. Read our full review on the Audi Q4 e-tron. Conclusion. The Genesis JW is the brand's second all-electric vehicle that's going to go on sale this year. This is the beginning of the brand's mass electrification plan, which sets out to introduce 23 fully electric vehicles by 2025. The brand has already proven its intentions to give the German trio a hard time on the market, matching and even surpassing them in terms of integrated technology and stats, as well as beating them in terms of price. The luxury brand Genesis was the obvious direction forward for the parent company, which made rapid progress from the budget car manufacturer that it once was, to a force rivaling the older and more established brands in the industry.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.